Check, check, 1, 2. Am I live? As I always like to say, I think I'm live. Think we're live. Oh, I can hear myself. Hey guys, what's going on? Sunny here from Online Sales Funnel Academy, coming to you from my home office in Twin Falls, Idaho. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this week, we are working on a 4-part series of how to create a lead magnet and deliver it to your customers or your future customers so that you'll have a digital asset that you can exchange with them for them to click on and download and get them onto your email list so you can start nurturing them and hopefully selling your products and services to them in the future. So guys, this is a part 2 in a 4-part series that I'm doing this week. So if you missed video 1, I'll go ahead and link it up here after the replay. You know what I mean. It's up here somewhere. So I'll go ahead and link that up there and down below in the description so you can go ahead and check that out. So the first step is all about creating the lead magnet, and I go over that in depth yesterday. In today's video, what we're going to do is I'm going to be creating a two-page funnel inside of ClickFunnels. Okay, step 3 will be either tomorrow or Thursday, where we're going to be creating a welcome email sequence so that after somebody downloads the information, the email sequence gets sent to them on a 5-day drip. And then the fourth thing that we're going to do is create gotta look at my notes here, create a Facebook ad and tie it all together. Now, the funny part about this process is that I just read it to you backwards. And so what would happen is if you're doing marketing and you're trying to get somebody onto your email list, what you would do is you would run a Facebook ad to the top of a funnel, typically inside of ClickFunnels. They opt in for the lead magnet, they give you their email, and then you send them a welcome email that delivers that lead magnet to them in their inbox. So but to build it out, we have to kind of do it backwards. So we have to create the lead magnet first, then we have to create the funnel, then we have to create the email sequence, and then we turn on the ads. Make sense? All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I hope you're enjoying my backgrounds. I know I had fun making them. So I'm going to just go ahead and just very quickly show you guys this this little guide I made. So this is a quick snapshot. This is where we're at in my 4-part training of how to create a lead magnet for your business. So this is perfect. It doesn't matter if you are if you're someone who is, if a service-based business, if you sell physical products, you can do that too. I covered in depth yesterday's video on how you can figure out what your niche is and how to figure out what the lead magnet should be and how long it should be. So as you can see on the checklist right here, guys, we are on step 2 for today. We're going to be creating the 2-page funnel in ClickFunnels, and we are going to be using ClickFunnels 1.0. They recently did an upgrade to 2.0, which is a whole nother video. But the 1.0 is the original ClickFunnels that you've probably seen around the web. I'm still a diehard. I still love ClickFunnels for lots of things for my funnel builds, and we'll talk about more about that later. And then, as you can see, we have steps 3 and 4 coming up later on this week, and then you can binge watch all of them together if you would like. So, guys, if you're just joining me, be sure to drop a comment down below if you're on #live or #replay, and let me know where you're coming in from or what products you sell and who you sell them to. That would be fun for me to know. Okay, so that is our little checklist. That's where we're at, and that's what we're doing. So I realized right before I started filming that there was a little bit of a gap between what we talked about yesterday. Now, when we ended yesterday, we completed a PDF that looks like this. So let me go ahead and share my screen. So when I say lead magnet, what I mean is literally like a resource guide, a checklist, something educational that your customer or consumer wants. They're in an emotional pain because they have a situation that they need to have solved. And you may or may not be top of mind. So it's your job to put out content that's educational, that will meet them where they're searching for how to solve their problem. So in this case, maybe there's some parents who are thinking about getting their 7-year-old a puppy or a kitten for the first time. And maybe they used to have pets, but they haven't had pets in a long time. And they're like, what are some, what's a good pet for a 7-year-old? And then, how to take care of an animal for the first time, right? then something like this. Now, in this scenario, you and I, the audience here, we own a fake pet store, and we're putting out a lead magnet to help get people on our email list. And so we named the guide yesterday, 5 essential tips that every pet owner should know before bringing a new pet home, right? So that is an educational piece of content that would educate my future customers, and it both educates them and indoctrinates them and encourages them to come visit me at my physical location because I'm helping them solve their problem, right? So that's what we're doing. So now, at the end of yesterday, when I finished this guide, I had mentioned that sometimes these PDFs, especially if you use a lot of colors, like we did in here, a lot of images, the file sizes are too large. So depending on where you're going to be saving your resource guide, so I recommend that if you have a multi-page resource guide like this, and you're going to save it in Canva as a PDF document, normally what I recommend is you tuck it up underneath your WordPress site. So if you have like that media tab, you'd put it up in there. And so another way to do it is to put it in a Google Drive. You could save it, inside Amazon's AWS. You could do a Google Drive. There's all these different ways you could save it, right? The most professional looking way I believe, in my opinion, is to upload it behind your WordPress site or Wix site, something like that. So it's got your domain in front of it. So then the location of this then becomes, mydomain.com/5 essential tips every, you know what I mean? So that's one way to do it. So that being said, we were going to park it up under ClickFunnels, inside the ClickFunnels account, but I just want to show you that right here that they have a maximum number of, let's see. Now, these are all my real ones I have tucked up underneath in the back of ClickFunnels, but I'm just giving you a heads up that if you use ClickFunnels, and I did an example one right here, just so we would have it ready so we could save time on today. If you go to upload anything into ClickFunnels, it has a maximum of 3 gigabytes, 3 GB. Okay, so the original, the one I downloaded yesterday, I only downloaded 4 pages of it, but it was way over that. It was like 10 or 20 GBs. Okay, so the file size was too big. So one of the things I was able to do, and I talked about it yesterday, but I wanted to show you really quickly before we dive into today's training, because this is kind of like a bridge training. You would have had to do this also. So sometimes you need to compress your PDF depending on where you're uploading it or saving it to. Now, if I was uploading this into a WordPress site, I probably wouldn't have any problem and I wouldn't need to do it. But because it's ClickFunnels and I was just trying to save us some time today for the demo, I had to do this extra step. So I went to this free resource. It's called, I just Googled, I went out to Google and I said, compress, free PDF compressor. And what it does is these images that get saved inside the PDF are really large and have a lot of data hidden behind them. So I just went out here and found the first 1 or 2 out here. So it's like this one, small PDF. So what you can do is upload upload your PDF right here. And then this is the final result. It looks right here. And then right there, they compressed it down to 150 KB and it still looks fine. And then you just download it. And then I uploaded it into ClickFunnels. So the maximum was 3 GB and the KB is less. So this is ready to go now. I hope that wasn't really confusing. So now I can start my training now that we got that out of the way. So let me know if that makes sense, guys. Drop a comment down below if you're still with me. But this would have been a headache you would have had to try to figure out on your own anyway. Okay, so I'm going to close these out because we're done with those. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me see. Keep this over there. All right. So next, what we're going to do, guys, is now we're going to start the part where we're going to do the training inside of ClickFunnels. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make a 2-page. Hold on. Let me see. Where's my... Sorry, guys. Okay. So inside of my ClickFunnels account, we're going to make a 2 landing page. We're going to make a landing page and a thank you page. Okay. And as you can see, I'm in the back of my ClickFunnels right here. So there's a bunch of different ways to have a jumping off point from here. I'm going to build it from scratch because it's a very simple template. And if you guys want, I will have an affiliate link in the description down below. If you guys want to borrow this exact template when I'm done, you can go ahead and download it into your ClickFunnels account and you can modify it for yourself as well. So the first thing we're going to do is I named it blank. I've already got the, I actually had an empty funnel in here. So you see right here, there's no steps. So what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a step. Okay. And we can always change the name of this, but I'm just going to say pet store opt-in. And we'll just give it the, now the name of the funnel is always what's inside of ClickFunnels where you can see it. That's not external, okay? So, I mean, we can change these paths in a minute. So I just want to get it built so we can fix it. Okay, over pages, no. Okay, hold on a second. So ClickFunnels has a pages limit on the plan I'm on. So let me clear up some memory here for a second. Just give me 2 seconds to archive something here. I should free it up. It's this one. Okay, so, and also, oh, that's right. I have another example for you guys. So when we talk about the lead magnet all the time, I do in the training here, but I wanted to make sure I have an opportunity to actually show you what one of my real ones looks like too. I had it pulled up here just a second ago. Give me 2 seconds to pull it back up, guys. I'll make it worth your while. October, let's see, is it this one? This one? Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up, guys. Let me show you. Here's an example of one that I have created. I had created in 2019, and it's gotten me over 2,000 leads. So this is a real example of what I'm talking about. This is a finished product. It's tucked up under one of my funnels, and I run it every year to grow my email list. Okay. So in this one, that's my brand, Online Sales Funnel Academy. And so you'll notice too here that this one is 17 pages. So it was created in Canva. I did also have somebody help me with a little bit of the design on this. So don't be afraid to like hire someone to help you do the design if you're pressed for time or if you don't feel like it's in your zone. But so notice the same general layout, right? We have a really nice cover. Then I've got a what is it and who should use it section here. Now, and I did this, but this was before ChatGPT. Did some facts and figures. Now this guide, and this is a real guide. So if you guys want this, I'll put it back down in the description as well. But basically, if you're a brick and mortar business and you need help with your marketing in the month of October, then this guide is for you because each day of the month of October has a bunch of different holidays assigned to it on the international calendar. So what I tell you how to do here is to pick one or more of the listed holidays, choose a time frame, decide on the offer, like a BOGO, buy one, get one, free appetizer, birthday month, you know, set a time frame that you're going to run a special and then communicate with your team and then run a promotion. So it's just like a little, you know, little way to, you know, because if you're a business owner and you're always having to think of ways to market, it can be overwhelming. So this is a good little, like a little reminder guide. There's some hashtags. And then, for example, October 1st is International Coffee Day, right? So maybe they're going to run a special around the coffee. So just an example of a real one. This is one that's for my brand here. And at the very end, we've got icons that are clickable. And if they were to click on this, this would take them off to my sites around the web. And there I am. And I've started working on these. I've got one for October and November, and half of December is done. And my plan is to have one for every month of the year. So this is how this is one of the ways I get leads for my business, just to kind of, you know, paint the picture on that one. Okay, so it looks like we're able to, so just give it a second. So that was the October guide. So that's a real world example. So what we're going to do now is we're going to build a 2-page funnel. So I'm going to select the page type that we want. So we want an opt-in, email opt-in here. And I'll tell you what, I've already actually built it before, but I will do it from scratch with you guys. We'll do it from scratch. How about this one? We'll do this one. Okay, so what you do is you pick the type. So the type is going to be the opt-in page. And then we're just going to, oh, I see what we're doing here. We're going to get, let me delete some of these other pages here really fast because we don't need them. Oh, let's see. We're going to do, get that, rid of that. Get rid of page 4. We don't need that. So we literally just need an opt-in and a thank you page. That's all we need on this particular funnel. Okay. So we've got page 1 and page 2. So it's going to ask you, okay, what kind of template do you want for page 1? And I'm going to choose just a blank. Waiting for this to load. I've got all this stuff pulled up. My computer's memory is probably like, ah. Okay, we'll just select this one. And then what I'll do in a moment is I will duplicate. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to build up page 1. I'll duplicate it, and then we'll have page 2. Okay. So let's do this one. So we're going to have the page 1. Okay. Okay, why is it being dumb? Come on, ClickFunnels, don't be dumb. Oh, I'm still over limit. That's why. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. Oh, okay. Give me 2 seconds. Let me fix this. I was like, what's it doing? Okay, let's see here. That is arc. So what's cool about ClickFunnels is you can archive and put, if you have like a whole bunch of extra pages or anything, you can archive stuff. So you don't have to. So you can either pay to have more or you can archive a bunch of stuff. So let me archive this stuff. So free up some space here really quick. Get rid of this one. Archive. That's a great way for it to save. That way you don't have to delete them. So you can always bring them back up out of archive if you need them. Okay. Okay, so let's try this again. All right, this should work. Okay, so I'm going to just pick this one. Oh my God. Okay, it's being dumb. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up one that's already existing. Okay, so I've already got one that's already up and running. So we'll just go there. Let me see. It's this one. This is one of my old brands I used to have. So this one's actually already built. Okay, so we're going to take a look at what it looks like, and I'm going to walk you through it. So I need to fix the banner on this one. So a very simple landing page is what you want for, and this one's live. So what we want to do is just build a very basic element of, we've got a picture of our ebook on the left, and then we're going to do a major call out with a minor call out right below it. And then we're going to do usually first name or first name, last name, and email. And then yes, get my XYZ. Okay. So that's what we're trying to do. If I can just get this, let's see, that is really, that's old. I don't need that anymore. Man, I even checked this before I started, and I thought I had all my pieces ready. All right, guys, we'll build this in real time. It's gonna be 2 seconds. It's so annoying. Let's see. Just, yeah, whatever. Oh, here we go. Finally. Did it go? Nope. Crazy. All right, let me see. Let me archive some more stuff. Hold on. Archive, 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 archive. In fact, I think they changed the number of pages I was allowed to have on my plan. I'm actually not sure. Let me free this up. Archive, archive. Plus, when you're a funnel person like me, you run around the internet and you save all the funnels and save them to your back office, and you get really excited. So, all right, archive, archive, archive. Let me see. Okay, finally. Okay, of course, the one time I don't share my screen. Okay, guys. All right, so it brought this funnel page forward. So I'm going to wipe it out and clean it up. So remember, we're trying to make it look like this. So what I'm going to do here is, now ClickFunnels is pretty cool because you're able to take these elements and build them from scratch and move these things around. So the green ones are the outside border, like that's the whole container. The blue one are the rows, and the orange ones, and by say orange, you see how it's orange right there? Those are the elements. So you just put a plus sign right underneath it, and then you can, of course, do this. So I'm going to muy rápido here. I'm going to build out, come on, image. Come on, don't be silly. Okay. So I'm going to upload the picture that we downloaded of there it is, PNG. I already have one. I did it before class started, so I have it ready. Okay. Let's see. All right, so there it is. So it's pretty big. It's a little bit too big, actually. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to close up the margin on the top here. And then we're going to set the image height. We're probably going to do, nope. I like that one, 350 by 250. Nope. Nope. Yes, okay. So I set the dimensions, and then this was accidentally here. Just so I'm going to get rid of these again. So I like to keep this really simple, guys. In fact, the more simple, the better on your lead magnets on the opt-in pages. And so what we're going to do, I don't mind keeping that container. That looks nice. I don't like that. Okay. So we just want it, and we're also going to make it and test it on mobile here. So there's a mobile view and there's a desktop view. So we're going to do both. And so we're going to come in here. We're going to duplicate this container right here. Going to make a clone. So the first thing that we're going to ask actually is here. We're going to go inside and we're going to say, this is a first name. Okay, we're going to duplicate it. This is going to be come on, get out of there. Get out of there. Okay, seriously, LastPass, you are upsetting me. Okay, so this first container is going to be your first name. So you're going to switch this to here, and it's going to be a required field. Okay, then we're going to do right there. We're going to do LastPass. Seriously, you have to go away. I don't know what is going on here. Okay, so right here, we're going to do, we did first name. Now we're going to do last name. And it's also required. And then we're going to do email. And then we're going to say, yes, download my free guide now. Okay, and I'm going to delete all this other stuff. We're going to get rid of the subtext. And then I kind of like that color on the button, but if you wanted to change it, you could do that. You could do so right here if you wanted to. I do like we have the bright colors for the animals. Let's see. The text color, I kind of like the darker. And then we can also change the icon. You can go to advanced. You can scroll all the way down, and right here, you can pick on the icon and you can type in the word download and maybe do something like this. Yes, download my free guide now. Okay. And then we're going to, so next what we're going to do, guys, we're going to just randomly hit save as we go here. You see how we've got different backgrounds back here? So one thing I like to do inside of my container is set a really cool background. So inside this green container right here, if we click on the gear icon, we can do background image. And I've got a bunch of them already saved in here. So we're just going to pick one and see how it looks. Now, you see where it chops off right there? We're going to do full width and height. That way it covers the full width of the page on the funnel. Save. And we're going to see, what does this look like? We're getting there. Not bad. I mean, I don't like that background. I'm going to do a different one though. I don't like it. Okay, let's do a different one. Let's try one without a gray base. Let's try page 2. So, and as a funnel builder, guys, because I make so many funnels, I actually upload a bunch of backgrounds and I have them ready in case I need to do another build. So that's another tip is, take time to just make some and have them ready inside of your account. All right, so I'm going to get rid of this. I don't like that there. Okay, we don't need a countdown timer, but I guess it wouldn't hurt if we figured out a way. I'm going to get rid of this. And we could make this a little bit broader, I think, for 400 maybe. 400 by 450. Okay, we're going to bring this over and square this up. If you wanted to put a border around it, you could also. You could do, I don't like that dark. Yeah, keep it darker. Okay, and I don't like the header, so let's get rid of that. No, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, now you see how I deleted that header up there and I changed my mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to put add a row. It's one column, and we're going to move it up above. Okay, now it's up here. And even if I don't fill it, at least I can preview it. Now I've got extra space up there, even if I don't put anything up there. So at least it's really nice. So the very last thing that we like to do here, or not very last, but we're going to think of one big offer to download the e-guide. And we're going to say, how about get ready to discover the best way to bring your new fur baby home. A new fur baby home safely, or something like that. And what you can do is we'll just go back over to ChatGPT, because I'm sure they can do way better than I can right now. That's what's great about working on the fly with these things. So you can say, create 10 headlines for an ebook about bringing home, about tips for bringing home an animal for the first time. Example headline. Okay, so let's see what comes back with. So something like kind of like this, first time pet owner. I like this one. First time pet owner. Let's try this one. Okay, and then down below, we're going to do what we call a subheadline. So it's going to say, download or grab a copy, grab a free copy of our, of is lowercase, of our pet guide today. Okay. Okay, now we're going to fix the colors and the fonts. So we're going to do, Let's see, text color. I usually like red. And then the bold color, if it's bold, it can be a different color, but I like red also. And then maybe down here we'll do blue or something. Text color. Okay, well, this needs to be lowercase. Okay, and then over and under advanced, what you can do is you can do a shadow. I usually like to do a 30% drop on these on a headline like this. And you can also change the background if you ever need to. You might kind of make it pop a little bit. See, and my Grammarly is trying to fix this stuff, but we're going to keep it all caps like this. And then you can, there's a little trick I like to do a lot with my funnels is put an image right here. You've probably seen the arrows. So we're going to do under stock image, if you go to arrows, and I like doing red or blue like these right here. And they're way too big, so I'm going to make them smaller. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to tighten up this margin between the arrows and the bottom of that. So we're going to bring this up here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tighten up the space between these as well. You see there's 25, I don't know, pixels or whatever between them. So now I'm going to do 10 here, and we'll do 10 here. And then we're going to fix the button so that it's got an outline. And then we're also going to make it, let's see, border is 1 pixel, and it is, let's see, where is it? Corners. The corners are sharp. I like that. Where is it? Okay, the button effect, I like rocking. Okay. All right, guys. So the final piece that we need to do down here that you want to make sure you do on every one of your funnels is your privacy policy. So, and you would say, you would have the name of your company, my company name here. Okay. You would have your physical location, 9119, I'm just making stuff up, Smith Street, Suite 845, Omaha, Nebraska 84121. Then you're gonna have a phone number. Especially if you're gonna be running ads to this. This is actually a requirement from the Federal Trade Commission. So you want to make sure that, and then you also want to make sure you have a terms of service and a privacy policy down here. Now, usually those are linked somewhere else around the web. So if you have a Shopify store, then you're going to have that privacy policy. You grab that link and you embed it right here. So you would click on the link button right there, and you would paste it to hyperlink it. And also on your terms of service. Oops, I just duplicated that. So what I like to do if I'm building a funnel for a client or myself, what I do is I make one really good footer down here, and then I save it right there like this. And it says I can save this whole section, and I can call it literally I call it like my favorite footer. And then that way I can use it and have it ready to go. I don't have to type it every single time. It's a shortcut. Okay, now I spelled it wrong. That's funny. Now I'm not going to save it right now. So this is what we're looking for, guys, on this. Now this is page 1. So this is what it's going to look like when people come to the landing page. They're going to see something like this. And we'll say, first-time pet owner, here's how to welcome your new friend. Or we can change that even to safely into your home. Grab a free copy of our pet guide today. Enter your first name, last name, email, and then they hit the button, and then it's going to take them to page 2. Okay, so page 1 is basically all done. So what we're going to do really fast though is we're going to, right here, we're going to save all of this page as a template. So I'm going to do pet store, page 1. My A always sticks. And it's going to save this section. Okay, so we're going to save this, And we just want to double check what it looks like on mobile. Okay, so see this? That's not supposed to even be there. I don't know what that is about. I'm going to delete it. It's from that other funnel that was here. All right, so this is what it's going to look like on a mobile device. First time pet owner, here's how to welcome your new friend. How about welcome your new friend safely into your home? I like that better. Okay, save. Okay, so now we know what we're going to keep saving it. Okay, so we are done here. So I'm going to go back out, and what we're going to do, guys, is the other way we're going to do this is we're going to duplicate this. So we can just come over here and clone this whole page. Okay, and what it's going to do, it's going to put it down off of a shelf. That's what I call it in ClickFunnels, and we're going to tell it. It said, hey, this is the second page, and I'm going to say, hey, yeah, I know, add it to the funnel. So now we've got opt-in, and then we're going to call this one a thank you page. So we're going to go to edit page. We're going to change the name of this page so we know what it's called. Oops, let me get here. I'm going to go to publishing, and this is where we can change the name, and we'll call it thank you. Come on. Update. Now at the back of the funnel, well, I'll do that in just a minute. Okay. So what we did, guys, is like we cloned page 1 down to page 2. So it keeps the design the same. So we're going to do a basic headline across the top, and we're going to say, congratulations. Download, click to download your free guide here. Here. And then what you can do is you can, if you want to put another arrow, you can. And then usually, okay, now let's talk about, now we're not going to have them do all this stuff again, right? But what we are going to do, since this is the thank you page, is we want to instantly deliver on our promise of giving them the guide. Okay. So we're going to say something like, click here to download. I know I just said it twice. And then the sub headline becomes, which we're going to build tomorrow. A copy has just been emailed to you also. Okay, we're going to delete all this other stuff off of here. And then say, yes. So we're just going to say, change this to click here to download. Okay, and the button is no longer going to be submit the page. It's going to be, I'm going to set the action. It's going to go to a website URL. Okay, so we're going to open this and you say, click here to download. Okay. Okay, now we're going to save this. So it says, congratulations, claim your free guide. Okay, how about this? Congratulations, click here to download your free guide. A copy has just been mailed to you also. Click here to download. Okay, now what we want to do is 2 things here. Usually we want to deliver on the promise, and we want to offer them a next step. So if I have a product or a coupon code, I would also want to put it right below here and ask them to take next steps with it also. So I'll show you what I mean. So you could do, oops, sorry, I'm going a little fast here. So right below this double column, what we can do is click on the 2 columns, and you could say, you could put an image here and bring it over like this, and say above the image, you could say, shop our online store, something like that. And then you can put a picture of the online store, let's say. which I do not have readily available. Let's pretend it's this treasure chest. And then you could put some like a bullet list here or something like that. You could, and then you have another button. You could have them download the guide and then have them even shop products from the store. You could have a picture of the product and then you would have a clickable link. You would say, click here to order now. So the goal is to get people to either to come into your store or shop online, right? You could do both with this guide as long as you're providing value and they feel like they're getting, some value from you. That's the goal. So you just want to make sure that you're not necessarily giving them too many things to look at. But what I like here is like you delivered instantly on the promise. Click here to download your free guide. And also one's also been mailed to you. So in case they're on a different browser, if they're not very good with their computer, then they know they just got one emailed to them. Now, what we're going to do is pretend that under my settings of the funnel here, we're going to assign a domain to it. We're going to pretend it's Online Sales Funnel Academy. I'm going to just say, but pretend it's for the sake of our training, let's pretend that this is called, mypetstore.com. So on after they go from page 1, we want them to go to page 2. Okay, now the way ClickFunnels works is you see how it's got that little indent right there, a little upside down triangle. That means that if you select an opt-in page and they hit enter, that it's automatically going to go to the next page in the funnel, whatever's right below it. So in this case, it's automatically going to go to page 2. But if you wanted to make sure they go to page 2, like if you just weren't sure, if you go and grab the URL from page 2 and you go into page 1 and edit, what you can do is tuck it up underneath here under settings and under general. There's this little setting up here. It's called on page submission go to. Now, the reason this is here is because if you have like a whole bunch of different funnel pages, like pages in your funnel, you wouldn't necessarily want someone to always go to the next page. Sometimes you have to send them to page 3 or page 7 or page 8. So this ensures that they're going to go to page 2 upon submission. Okay. So this is just building out the bones for them to be able to get to page 2. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to go to the back of ClickFunnels. Now, earlier, before I started the session, I told you I uploaded. They have a section called Digital Assets. So I already uploaded the pet store lead magnet here. And right here is the link to this, as if it were also tucked up under WordPress or Wix. That is the URL. So in other words, if anybody goes to this URL right here, they're going to see the lead magnet. See, there it is. So, or I uploaded one page as an example. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to page 2 of the funnel and we're going to, I called it FG, I guess. Yeah. So we're going to go to page 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to hyperlink it so that they can instantly download. And what I'm also going to do is some people are going to click the photo on accident. So we're going to put a link URL right here. And we're just going to say, we're going to paste this into there. In case they accidentally click it, then that's where they're going to go. Even though they're not supposed to, they will accidentally click it. And then set action, we're going to do paste. So I do a space and then you do a backspace. It makes it stick in there. And we're going to open it up in a new window. Okay. So now what we've done is we've got this part done. So let's preview. All right. Let's test the whole funnel now. Okay. So let's save. Let's go back. All right. So we're going to test. Let's say this is the official page of the funnel. I'm going to cross my fingers. This should work. So I'm going to enter my information for the first time. Yes, download my free guide now. And it should go to page 2. Congratulations. Click here to download your free guide. Now, if I click this, come on, baby. Open in a new tab for mama. Let's do it. Get rid of that. And I guess it did it over. Maybe it did it over here. Let's see. Get rid of this one. This one. Click here to download. Okay, so the button's being funny. Wait, where's my thank you page? Hold on. That's why we test. All right, I'll go to the thank you page. Now, if I open this, okay, it doesn't like that. Let me fix the button on page 2. I think I don't know what's in there. Let's see. Set action. Go to website URL. Paste. Is there anything else over there? Space. Save. Preview. Click to download. There we go. Okay, now what also happened, guys, is what we'll do tomorrow is or it's either tomorrow or Thursday, I haven't decided yet. In the next step of our funnel of this process, we're going to be sending, Facebook traffic down to this page in our fake world here. And we're going to get this ready to be hooked up to an autoresponder like MailChimp or Aweber or Constant Contact or any of the hundreds of different ones that they have here to be able to. So basically the funnel is going to communicate over to Constant Contact or whoever we have, right? And so the minute that this person comes onto your list, so now I should be right here. If I click on contacts, I am in my funnel, but that's not good enough. We need to make sure that the automation goes over, because we just told them that we're going to be emailing them a copy of this guide as well. So the goal is to not only set up the funnel and set up the ad to the funnel, but we want to make sure that these people slide onto our email list and that we're able to get them onto a nurture sequence inside of our emails, so on and so forth. So that's going to be the goal. I'm going to rename this funnel so I don't forget. It's not FGFG. So I'm going to go to settings. And I'm going to go pet store funnel. Now, obviously, there's a few more things I would do to build out this funnel and make it, for the sake of time on these trainings guides, I'm not going to do every single little tiny field to get these cleaned up on the camera because that would take up to, 3 or 4 hours. If you guys want to do a 4-hour funnel build, I'm down for it. Just let me know. It'll probably be on a weekend and not a weekday. But this is the, for lack of a better, okay, I got one more thing I'm going to show you here before we call it a night here. So you see how we've got the main domain right here, and then we got the /, and that's the page name. So what we want to do is come inside the gear icon right here, and we want to get rid of this part here. So we're going to say, we're going to call page 1 pet store welcome. Let's just say update. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the publishing tab and we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to call it something like pet store welcome guide. We're going to change the name just a little bit. Okay, so now what's going to happen is if people go to this, they're going to click off. It's going to see pet store welcome is up here. You see that? See how nice that looks now instead of the gobbledygook? So we're going to do the same thing on the thank you. So we're going to go into here and we're going to say pet store thank you. Honestly, I don't think the caps matters, but we're going to go to publishing. And then we're going to name it just something a little bit different. So it's going to be pet store guide, because now we're delivering the guide. Okay. So when they come to page, now one thing to note is I just changed the name of page 2. So we have to go back into the funnel and make sure that we change where it's pointed to back on page 1. So that's super important. If you're doing, oops, wrong one. Go up to settings, general, right here. You want to make sure that otherwise it'll send it to the wrong page. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for just 2 seconds. Let me go back to my comments. Let me know if you guys have any questions about what I just did. Maybe if you're funnel builders. Now, some other things that I would do is I would go ahead and I would also put the Facebook pixels inside of it. you know, I would spend some extra time cleaning up my margins and making it look like extra sharp. For the sake of our training this evening, I'm not going to do the rest of that. I feel like my goal is to just, you know, paint the broad strokes of what it is that we're doing. Same with the, you know, the same goes for the lead magnet. You know, my intention is that, you know, to show you broad strokes of how to go get it done, and then go find someone to get it done professionally or spend way more time than just 30 minutes on it. Like I don't do 30-minute funnel builds. They usually, you know, take me a couple hours, and I spend a lot of time making them look really nice. So if that makes sense. So guys, so that pretty much concludes our session of day 2, guys. So like I said, day 2 is all about building the I can't even talk now. Geez. All right, so let me just do a quick triple check where we're at here. So let me pull this up. So let's do a quick recap. Let me see here. Let's do this. All right, so quick recap. So on day 1, we created the lead magnet when I showed you how to use ChatGPT to figure out who your ideal client is. And today I created a 2-page funnel in ClickFunnels so that we'll be able to drive Facebook traffic to the funnel to get these people onto our email list so you can start nurturing them in an email sequence. And then tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to set up an email autoresponder. We're going to be using ChatGPT to write the email sequences, and then we're going to paste them and work on the emails and make them look good. And we're going to paste them inside of probably MailChimp. I haven't decided yet which program we're going to be using, and inside of one of those. And then we're going to round out our 4-part series where I'm going to show you how to create an ad that points to the funnel so that you can capture their email so they go on your email list. So that is where we're at, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's training. I would love to get some feedback from you guys. Drop a comment down below if you're coming in on the replay. Let me know if you have any questions about ClickFunnels. I will be dropping an affiliate link if you guys are interested in cloning this funnel or something like it. I can have my affiliate link in there if you want to try ClickFunnels. So let me know. Yeah, so guys, that's my show for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, go ahead and drop some comments down below. Let me know if you're getting value in this series, and I will see you guys on the next one. So take care.